Helping people reflect on the Golden Rule is often an important element. Helping them understand that treating another person as they would like to be treated is the very basic foundation of good relationships.
In Jewish tradition, we actually say a blessing, where we thank God when we see somebody that really looks different than us. And that blessing is to remind us it's not that I am me and that person is the other, but that both of us are created in the image of God. And in addition, I think that it's also important to understand that the most frequent commandment in all of the 5 books of Moses is not love God or love your fellow human being, but be kind to the stranger.
There's a tradition in Hinduism that goes back much earlier than either Christianity or Judaism of greeting each person that you encounter with namaste, which is a way of saying, I see in you a reflection of divinity. And the response to namaste is namaste. I see in you a reflection of divinity. So when two people meeting each other, whether they've known each other all their lives or they've just met each other for the first time, acknowledge that within each person is this reflection of divinity, then the treatment of one person toward another has to be fair and just.
I think that connected to the Golden Rule is the story of Cain and Abel, wherein the question is asked, am I my brother, and we would add here nowadays, my sister's keeper? And the answer is most definitely yes.
You know, I don't know if we can ever eliminate bias and bigotry. There probably is something inherent in humanity. Otherwise, all the world religions wouldn't have put such an emphasis on a teaching like the Golden Rule.
It's almost part of us that is wired into us whenever we see somebody that looks different from us. And so therefore, the issue is, how do we exercise self-control?
One of the things that gives me hope is seeing organizations like NCCJ and the work that they're doing in the schools and with any town to help young people understand the value and the importance of cultural diversity and inclusiveness and fairness.
And that is the key to education. For example, the Anytown project of the NCCJ is critical to that. It's about teaching people that the other is also part of me, and that the other is part of God's gift to creation. I think that what we need to understand, for example, about the American experience is that what makes the American experience great and what will drive the American experience into the future is that when we are a wonderful, tasty salad, when we are a salad where the carrots and the tomatoes and the lettuce and the cucumber bring forth that which is best about being a tomato, a carrot, and a cucumber. Not when we take that salad and put it into a Cuisinart or some sort of food processor. That might work for babies, but it does not work for adults, and it does not work for our country.
The most specific thing that can move us forward and help this ideal of the Golden Rule become even more pervasive in our society, and it's a very difficult thing, and that is for individuals to be willing to speak up and to name discrimination, to name prejudice when they see it. We have a tendency to stay quiet. We don't like to make other people feel uncomfortable. That makes us feel uncomfortable. But unless we are willing to confront openly and boldly those examples of discrimination that we experience, that we witness, then we're allowing those little, I think of them as viruses, to continue to replicate and spread.
I look at my own children, I look at the children that we're educating here, and they have much less bias and bigotry than the kids around me when I was growing up. The elimination of bias, bigotry, and racism is critical to our society, but it can be done. It can be controlled. We can build a society for ourselves, and most importantly for our children, that is based on hope.
and recognizing that every person we meet is our neighbor. If we can recognize that, we would live in a world that would be a paradise.